Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I'm going to take a look at a package that was sent to me from the cats over at Mega Cat Studio. These guys were great. They let me jump into their offices while I was traveling and have some interviews for a series that I'm going to be doing. And I appreciate all the time, but they were kind enough to send some stuff over because I didn't have a chance to film all of their wall of goodness, right? Essentially, Mega Cat, if you don't know them, is an independent game studio based in Pittsburgh, and it's headed up by James Deegan. And these guys and girls have made tons of amazing stuff. They really started in the modding scene a long time ago, probably 9 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. And they got into creating retro versions of popular games for retro consoles. I don't know. Does that sound right? I think it does. Essentially, they started making games, their own IP, their games, based upon retro games. And they didn't even stop there. They went a little bit further and they started to make it as physical products. So they would actually work on like a Super Nintendo or an NES. And I've been following these guys for a while. Games like Fork Parker's Crunch Out, one of my favorite ones from them, was something that I purchased a long time ago. And this is basically a Super NES game. And it's an actual Super NES cart that you can play on your Super NES console from, what, 1980, was it 90, 89, 90, something like that? Whenever they started to come out, you can play it on that. And they've been doing this for quite some time. Well, they've just really got some more success recently, but I wanted to show some of these. These are some other ones that I had. These are for the Sega Genesis. This is a little Madusa. And they went as far as to make like a regular cartridge, which with a nice book and all that stuff. And they would even go as far as to make kind of limited edition stuff, which is like this glow-in-the-dark version. So, you know, they've been doing this for quite some time. And like I said, they've really went further now, and they're doing PC stuff. So essentially stuff on Steam you can go buy. They just recently released, last year, I think it was WrestleQuest, which is kind of a wrestling RPG. Kind of a unique game. They've done some IP stuff, like with Renfield, which was a movie with Nicolas Cage based on some stuff. So Renfield is more like those bullet hell shooters that I like to show on the channel. I think we've even actually had that game on the Steam Deck and stuff like that. And then they just released the latest Five Nights or FNAF Into the Pit. So kind of cool. They've done some stuff, but I met with them, had a chance to do a bunch of interviews, but didn't have a chance to actually film their wall because they were just getting ready to talk about a brand new IP. They didn't tell me about it, but they were having their big meetings, kind of putting all that stuff together, and I couldn't get into this place where they had all their games. So they were kind enough to send some more stuff to me so we could use it in the upcoming series. So we're going to take a look at this, kind of see what they sent over. I figured we'd take a look at it ahead of time. It's not really super imperative to keep it a secret, so it will be props for in the episode, but I wanted to show like what they had sent over, and they're always really good about everything. So we did get some little Mega Cat stuff, so we'll have like a diorama, I guess it is, or something like that, where we can show some different stuff. So this is the meeting. This is kind of a puzzle platformer. So this, I believe this is for the NES. This is one of their titles. So you can kind of see what they look like. I mean, they're packaged very nicely. You know, kind of go through. They have all the great screenshots, talk about the game. Now, you don't see any like licensing from Nintendo. If this is what I think it is, which is an NES cartridge, it's not going to have the quality seal of Nintendo, because Nintendo doesn't have any quality seals for NES games coming out these days, I don't think. But they make this, they do all their own packaging. It's all in-house at their offices. They have a whole area above. When I walked in, I think I walked through the shipping area, but then they've also kind of got like the packaging area and all that stuff. And then below that is the studio, and they've got all their cool stuff. There'll be some footage here, hopefully. Hopefully I took some. I'm taking some of it from the episode, and I'll put it in here just because I wanted to talk about what they were doing earlier. This is, what is it, Ronius Tale? Another, I believe, NES game. I believe it is, inside. And I'll probably end up opening these for the documentary series, but this is just going to be something that we'll keep packaged for now because I want to make sure to get this back to them. What's this? Yazzie. So this is one that I think is open. Yeah. So this one's open. This is another Genesis cartridge. You can see it's like, we'll just take a look at, very similar to the little Madusa. It's a full color, I'll get it in frame, full color manual that they include with it, which again, this is just that a little bit above and beyond, taking kind of retro game ideas, rethinking them, you know, kind of putting your own stuff on them. You could just deliver this onto like Steam and be done with it, right? No, they went through and actually made full packaging, make it run on the actual machines from back in the day, and just, you know, really go that extra level. What is this? Arkagis Revolution. Again, top-down shooter, it looks like, but, you know, completely compatible with the original Sega Genesis cartridge. Cartridges are actually fairly light in that. I think there's even a reversible, there might have been the other ones, I've never checked. Completely reversible sleeve as well. So, you know, just not even one step, but more steps further. And again, that nice thick printed manual. So all of these will be in there. I just wanted to talk about it because they're really nice. They took a lot of time out. You know, I think I spent probably the good bit of 5 or 6 hours there with them, filming their studio, talking to their employee, talking to the different employees, the cats as they call them. Had a complete interview with James as well, which was super nice, but that was great. They were really kind and accommodating. So we'll be using these in there for that. But I just wanted to show what they do because, you know, it's one of those things where all of this is funded by them. They don't ask people, and here's the other ones I had. They don't ask for anything really from folks. Really, they're just giving the industry something that is currently missing right now, right? Like in bigger companies, you don't see it where they go all out and do things like this. They spend all, you know, their profits and all of this to make this stuff. I mean, yes, there's fees. There's a, not just fees, but I mean, there's like cost to it that they pass along. I mean, you're paying, I think I bought this for $49, something like that. But I was happy to, right? Like this, I don't even think this game was available anywhere else. You could only get it on their site. Like they worked with Devolver on this one, but you had to buy the cartridge and it's not even available. It's not one of those games that's available on Steam or anything like that. Yes, some of their games are, and I'm not sure if Little Madusa is, but like Coffee Crisis you can find on Steam. You can also find Log Jammers on Steam. Some games are available on PC, on the consoles and physical, but like this one was not. This was a special thing. It was around crunch, right? Developer crunch. So they weren't doing it. It was really, I think this was going to profits. Part of the profits were going to a charity as well. But things like that, those are what they're about, kind of doing unique things that the rest of the industry pretty much has given up on or probably wouldn't go and do on their own. But wanted to talk about today. Appreciate them sending this stuff over. I will get the get it included in the series and then get it back over to them. But really appreciate this. It's beautiful stuff. And like I said, you can find their stuff at, I believe their website's here, so we can have it on screen. There it is, megacatstudios.com, right there. So if you want to check out any of their games, that's where you'll find them. Again, appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you as always. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can see what's coming out. I do have a documentary series that I'm going to be working on for indie game studios and just other stuff within the industry around indie game studios and you know, kind of what the temperature is for the games industry beyond the big companies that you hear about today. You can check that out. It's going to be coming up, not soon, in the future, but follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, and you'll definitely be able to get notified when that goes out. Also, if you like this stuff, give a like to the video. I was happy to do this because I love this stuff, and I hope you like it. And also, if you've ever heard of Mega Cat, or if you have a favorite title from them, definitely leave that in the comments below, and I will give that a like and a star, or whatever the thing is, a heart, and you know, pass that information along to them, because they are always looking for cool stuff. So cool feedback from the fan base. So appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks again. Talk soon.